where we discuss news, views, and every issue that concerns you. My name is Sophy, and today I'm joined by a guest who is a woman in leadership, and she is an expert in administration, management, and leadership. She will just introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Sophy Waliaula from Bungoma County. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sophy, maybe just tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sophy Waliaula. I was born here in Bungoma County, in Kimilili, Maini.
Yeah.
I've grown up here. I've schooled in Bungoma. I went to Lugulu Boarding Primary School. Then I went to St. Monica High School in Kitale. I also schooled in Chwele Girls High School here in Bungoma. After that, I went for my A-levels in Uganda. I went to St. Lawrence High School, did my A-level. After that, I went to Makerere University, did my BA, and then went to Nairobi Aviation and did my higher diploma in human resource management. After that, I went to the University of Nairobi and I did there my MA. Thank you.
And you've worked both in the country and out of the country?
Yes, I have worked both in the country and outside the country. And currently, I'm working in the country, here in Bungoma County.
What is the experience working outside the country?
The experience is nice because you get to expose yourself, you meet people who have different ideas, who have different visions, who think differently from you. So you borrow all those ideas, you come with them in our country, and then you emulate them and you work very well because you have diverse exposure.
Okay, what does Kenya need to learn from career-wise or profession-wise from the outside nations?
Yeah, from the outside nation, you realize that people embrace each other. They embrace diversity. They don't have things like tribalism, like age, like gender. For as long as you have the experience, you have the expertise, you are embraced. So that is what Kenya needs to know, that you're supposed to embrace diversity for you to go a notch higher in your work.
Okay, you've just talked about diversity and people not outside not caring about gender and age. What can you say about being a career woman in Kenya or in Bungoma in particular?
Yeah, in Bungoma you find that there is a bit of a challenge. We are still following the cultural stereotypes whereby a woman is perceived to be of lesser gender. You know that you are a woman, you belong to the kitchen per se, but you're not supposed to be in the office to work. But I want to encourage my people, especially here in Bungoma, that women are strong and women can multitask. For us, we can be in the kitchen fine, but we can also be in the office and work and deliver as expected. Thank you.
So there has been, since the counties came into play, we've seen that very few women have come out to vie for this seat, to claim leadership. What can you say about it? Because as you've seen, since the county governments, we've only had 3 governors, women governors. If we come to count the members of parliament, there are only few. The only area where women are shining is through the women representative seat. What can you say about women in politics?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank the experts who decided that Kenya, we have to go the devolution way. Devolution is a very good thing. It has helped Kenya to grow in a way so far. So when it comes to women leadership, especially in counties, women, like I said, they are faced with challenges of cultural stereotypes, whereby they are being told by fellow men that you belong in the kitchen. But what I want to say is that women do not belong in the kitchen. Women are supposed to be given a space to work. They're supposed to be given a platform to work. In the county, we have few women because even the women themselves are shying away from these positions. I want to encourage my fellow women, please come out. Please come out and know that you can lead. If you can raise a child, then it means you can also work in the office. You can also deliver in your area of expertise. Thank you.
We see these women don't want to come out because, as you said, it's women who, they say that women are the enemies of their fellow women. We are women, but we do not want to vote for our fellow women. So how are we supposed to overcome this challenge and just come out and be elected? Because we do not expect men to vote for us.
Yeah, as a woman, I wouldn't really buy into the idea of that women were enemies of ourselves. Because Sylvia, I cannot be your enemy. I am supposed to be your supporter. I am supposed to be your first cheerleader. So now I want to encourage my fellow women. Do not fear. What makes women not to come out? Apart from being told that we belong in the kitchen, women fear because they are told we don't have financial muscle. I may not have the financial muscle, but I have the brain. I have the brain muscle. I have the energy. I have the passion. I can work very well. I can deliver given a chance. So I want to encourage my fellow women. Do not say that women, we are enemies of ourselves. No. If women come out strongly, then I am sure we can claim these seats and we can clinch them and we can perform, we can deliver, we can take, if it is Bungoma County, Bungoma has great potential. And if you look at the workforce in Bungoma County, 70% is the youth and the women. So if these women come out strongly, we can take Bungoma a notch higher.
You've talked about financial muscle. In Kenya, politics is about having financial muscle. We've just seen people who don't really give handouts. They end up failing terribly in these elections. So at some point, they raise the question of you need to have money to give handouts to voters or bribe the voters for you to be elected.
That is why we want to get rid of this. It's like a culture. It's like a norm that has been there. But we want to slowly by slowly get rid of this culture. That when you give voters money, in fact, that is corruption. To me, that is already corruption because you're already buying voters. Why should I give you something for you to give me like a vote? Let's take an example. A politician comes to you and gives you that 200 shillings for you to give them that vote. What do you expect when this politician gets in the office? It means he has or she has to get back that money. And it will not come as 200. It has to come in terms of profit because you bought something. You must get profit out of, you're selling something, so you must get profit out of that. So by the time these leaders get down to serious business, time is over, resources have been exhausted. Why? Because they are recovering what they used during the campaigns. And so that narrative is what we want to get rid of, and we want people to come to power just as natural as possible. That you go to the people, sell your ideas, sell your manifesto to the people, let the people buy in. Let the people know that you resonate with them, with their problems, with their challenges, not because you have the financial muscle, but because you have the heart of the people. Thank you.
So according to you, what are the qualities of a good leader?
The qualities of a good leader are so many. Number one, I'd go for charisma. A good leader, you must be charismatic. You must resonate with the people. You must understand. You must have that empathy. You must know that this somebody is going through this and this challenge. And so I am in a position, as a leader, you're supposed to be a servant. Like myself, I see myself as a servant leader. In that I come to you, I know that you are going through this and that. I am supposed to come in and help you, empower you, show you the way, tell you that you can do this, and then you get out of your problem. So what I've said, that a leader is supposed to be the one on the forefront. In my view, also as a leader, you're not supposed to give somebody, they say, it is better somebody who gives you a fishing net than the one who gives you fish. Because that fish you will eat, it will get after that, what happens. But if somebody gives you the net, it means they have showed you the way. They have told you that this is what you can do for you to achieve what you want. And that is what I advocate for, and that's what I believe in.
Thank you so much. You've talked about servant leadership, and we've seen you everywhere, going to schools, distributing sanitary towels, distributing the basic requirements of people in their homes and everything. Tell us about what you're trying to do.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is to show that we can help each other. We are not all equal. Like if you look at the 5 fingers, you'll see that some are tall, some are short. It means that there are some people in our society who are needy. They need some of these resources. Like if you look at the girl child, some of this girl child, I mean the children who are in remote areas, they face a lot of challenges when it comes to their menstrual cycle, their menstrual period. They don't have this sanitary towels. They'll miss school just because of that season. So last year in October, around the examination period, I thought that we could help these kids to go and be comfortable, to go to school, learn, prepare for the exams. That is why we came up with this initiative, my friends and I. We came up with these initiatives of distributing sanitary towels to candidates in each two schools in each sub-county here in Bungoma. And the main reason was just to help these children understand that nothing can hinder them to pursue their goal. If it is about examinations, let not nature, in the name of menstrual or whatever periods, hinder them from sitting the examinations. And we also mentored them. We also encouraged the boys. We told the boys that they should understand that this is a natural process. This is God-given process. So they should not like intimidate or laugh at them or, do all sorts of things that intimidate, that make the girl child to feel intimidated, to fear. Yeah, so that is why we came up with this initiative. And it's not over. We will still go do all these things just to encourage the girl child, especially in the rural areas where they fear, they have a low self-esteem because of the natural process.
How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, this is now the 4th year. Yeah. This year we had a bit of challenge because of the COVID that came in, so it hasn't been possible, but so long as the president will open the country, we will still do that.
So where have you done this charity work so far?
So far we did like in Kandui or in Bungoma here. I went to Christ the King, and then we went to Bungoma DB. In Webuye I went to St. Joseph's. In Maeni, I went to Maeni Primary School. Then we went to Ngoli Primary School and so many other schools, even in Bumula, we were there. Yes,
that's a good thing. Let's talk about teenage pregnancy. The contributing factor most of the time, people say that it is the lack of sanitary pads and basic needs that push young girls, to go and be deceived by men, so that you find most of them are pregnant at a very early age. What do you think is the main cause?
Yeah, the main cause actually, the children, the girls are facing and going through a lot of challenges. And this also emanates, so let's look at the root cause. The root cause is their homes. You get there's a mother there or there's a father there who does not have proper income or good income that can really help them provide for their children. So these girls, they find a way, and mostly is shortcuts. They want to go out there, find men who can buy for them maybe sleep and just, I don't know. It is very sad. It's very sickening. They will tell you, Madam, me, my parents cannot afford this. That is why I decided to go to this man, and this man promised me that if I become his friend, he'll be providing all this. And the process, they give in, and that's how they get pregnant. But we are also encouraging the girls, even if that is done, you're not supposed to give up in life. You can't give up just because you got pregnant. And the Constitution also, we appreciate, is very clear that no one is supposed to be discriminated. So we still encourage the girls that even if you're pregnant, you still have the chance to go back to school. You can leave your child with your parents, with your mother, and then you go back to school. But also, we're also telling the girls that they shouldn't be naive. Let them not think that it's only a man who can provide for them. They should work hard. They should be able to be patient. It is a process. A child cannot just be born today and they walk. They have to go through a process. So even this girl child, she should go through that process. She should know that this time I am at this level. Let them accept where they are, so that they do not live a life out of their own means or beyond their own means.
Okay. You just said that succeeding in life is a process, and I concur with that. So do you think it is time for Kenya or Bungoma to embrace women leadership, or do we still have a long way to go?
Sylvia, we do not have a long way to go. It is time. This is the time. But we are telling even our men, let them not shy off. Let them not feel intimidated. If a man says that a woman is not capable, or a woman belongs to the kitchen, they hate the women because they, hating in terms of leadership. That is pretense. To me, I find it as pretense, because this same man was born by a mother, a woman. It is the mother who carried this man 9 months. And the woman brought up this man. This man is the way he is because of the mother. And most of these men, they really love their mothers. So it is so ironical when you love your own mother, but you do not want another woman to become a leader. So I'm encouraging Bungoma County as a large that come 2022 or come the elections, let them embrace women. Women can multitask. women think very fast, and women have the energy, women have the passion. And give a woman, I usually say, give a woman a house, and this woman will give you a home. Because a woman would think, they know, some of these women are the one raising these men. They say behind every successful man, you will find there's a woman. And so that is why I'm encouraging women to come out in numbers, women not to shy off, let them not fear even the intimidation, the harassment and all these things that come along, because men fear the women leadership. This should not let them shy away. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've been with Sophy, Waliaula, and we've just been talking about women in leadership. We are not yet done with the topic. We're going a short break, and when we come back, we'll still talk more about women in leadership and Bungoma at large. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Disability is not inability. We get to discuss all the issues that affect the people who are disabled in their economic, social, and educational background.
My name is Tresita Nakula Mtala. I'm a youth mentor, a public speaker, and a literacy advocate based in Bungoma County. If a parent out there, you have given birth to that kid who is disabled, be proud, because that kid is unique in one way or the other.
We also get to know how they get to live and cope in the society. It's me, your host, Milimo Eden.
My name is, this is T, this is R, this is A, this is C, this is Y, this is T, then E, then R. That is Tresita. So for you, it is Adel, which is E, then D, and again D, then E, then L.
So it's E, D, D, E, L.
Yes.
Wow, it's so interesting.
The people living with disability are not extra human or superhuman, but they're just normal people like us, who we can interact, we can socialize, and we can also help them to grow like any other normal youth. And that is why I decided to work with these youths living with disability. We provide mentorship, we provide career development talks. We also help them in their economic empowerment through financial assistance to those who are running the small business-based staffs.
Get your natural honey and peanut butter in Kenya today from EK Ventures. EK Ventures are the leading producers of natural honey and peanut butter in Kenya. Bay honey and your peanut butter are now available in a supermarket near you. You can also buy in wholesale or retail price by order online. Visit our website today, www.ekventures.co.ke or jumia.co.ke or sky.garden.co.ke. You can also call us now on 0791 173 073 to place your orders at affordable prices. EK Ventures Limited, going the quality mile.
My Hustle is a platform where we celebrate youth's positive impact in the society.
Before I started coming to Hotspot, I was too big.
For me, I didn't feel comfortable kukaa tu ningoje ati hiyo opportunity ikuje kama tu nipate nimekaa huko, no.
Hana nabo, ole hana nabo, ole hana nabo, bahulo mabubi, bahunyela kama vi, le hana nabo.
Nilete people wajue the importance of fitness.
Ingoma isambe kinoma na joyo kipande na soma na simi kama chata kila boma na kimbiza mahasla kila kona.
You learn how to turn your talent into a hustle. Join me, your host, Brenda Kisongochi, every Saturday on Maisha TV. Let's engage, let's talk, and promote our talent. This is Maisha TV, where you choose it, you watch it, and you definitely love it.
My Hustle brought to you by Bay Honey and your peanut butter on 0791 173 073 to place your orders at affordable prices. EK Ventures Limited, going the quality mile.
Welcome back to For the State. I hope you're keeping sending your comments on Twitter, Maisha Television Kenya, Maisha TV KE, on Facebook, Maisha Television Kenya, or you can send your comments or questions at the number below your screen. We're still talking to Sophy Waliaula, who is a leader and an expert in administration, management, and leadership. And before we went for the break, we were talking about women in leadership, and we're back with the same topic. Sophie, politics is a very dirty game. We see politicians hurling bitter words at each other, trying to smear the opponent with mud and everything. Women are known as loving and kind. And how can a woman enter into politics and survive?
Yeah, this thing is, what I say is just culture. But like I told you, Sylvia, we need to eradicate this culture of being told that politics is a dirty game. To me, I don't believe that politics is a dirty game. It is us who make politics. It is us human beings who make politics a dirty game. Now, what I would like to say is that we need leaders who talk about issue-based, who are issue-based. When they talk about politics, they talk about issues, not insults, not abusing each other. Because as you abuse your fellow politician, remember this is a human being, could be a man or a woman. This person has a family. This person has children. What do they see? What do they take of their parents as you insult them? And even you as a leader, what kind of mentorship are you giving to these young ones? What are you doing to them? Are you encouraging them to be good leaders in future, or you're just disorienting them? So as women, we are supposed to come out in numbers. Why? Because we should not fear. Fear is the worst enemy of a human being. For me, I'd just encourage my fellow women to come and let them not fear. Let them not fear because they'll be judged. Of course, people will be judged, and people will judge you based on who you are, based on where you come from, based on your status, be it marital, be it financial, all these things. But I would say we would not fear because no one is perfect in this world. Everybody has their own spots. No one is perfect. Maybe only God is perfect, but no human on earth is perfect. So based on that, I would like to encourage my fellow women. If you feel inside you that you are a leader, if you strongly feel that you can change, because leadership is all about change. You're supposed to make something improve. You're supposed to influence people. Leadership is about influence. Leadership is not about authority. Most men come in leadership because of power. Of course, leadership has some level of power, but leadership basically it's supposed to be about transformation. We're supposed to change the lives of people, the minds of the people, so that people get to have a good life. So that is what a mother does. And that is why we are saying let women come in leadership, because women nurture. Women naturally are people who develop something. We are nurturers. That is why I encourage women to come on board. And come on board with a lot of power, with a lot of passion, so that we can take Bungoma County to the next level.
We've seen people raising issues of women being denied party tickets when they want to vie for, let's say, any seat. We've seen claims that party leaders even ask for sexual favors from these women before they can give them the party tickets or any sponsorships or support that they need in their campaigns. Is this true, and what can be done?
Yeah, we have read all this in the newspapers, in the media, about all these allegations. Whatever is happening, I would still want to go back to my sentiments. I still want to encourage women that do not fear because you have been told such and such thing, or if you have experienced the same thing. Because we have had leaders before. We have had a woman leader like Millie Odhiambo. She has gone through a lot of insults, a lot of frustration, but she's still there. Because women, we are meant to be strong. We have been born to be strong. God has given us there's something in us that God gave us to be just strong and to be patient and to persevere all these things. So whatever comes with leadership about being insulted, being denied party tickets, that should not make women to shy away. If you're denied a ticket, why can't you go independent? Find a way of you getting into leadership. That is what I would encourage women.
We've seen women leaders always come to say that I'm here to fight for this seat because I want to make the lives of my fellow women better, or the life of the youth better. But when these women go into politics, we see them doing other things. If they come into the politics and make it even more dirtier, they start insulting each other, they insult the men. You see them threatening to walk naked if something doesn't happen. And we are here advocating for women to go into leadership. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. If that happens and comes from a woman, it is very unfortunate. I'm here on behalf of the women who are straightforward, women who think and believe in leadership. If that has happened in the past, it's unfortunate. But what we are saying, we are moving forward. It's a process. We have seen all these weaknesses that have been there, and now we want to develop on them. We want to counter these with what we have. We have gone to school, we have been trained, we have been taught, we have seen, we have experienced. That is why we are telling the women, especially of my age, and those ones that are still upcoming, let them just come out so that we go for this thing. It is possible, anything is possible. And whatever the challenge is, let them come out with issues. Let them come out with a clear mind, with a clear focus. Let them be purposeful. Let them know what they want to go for. And again, if you have promised, you came up with your agendas, you came up with your manifesto, you promised people, you told people this is what I will do, kindly do it. Do it. Women, we are believed to be honest. And actually women are honest. So when you come in, don't come in because you say you take advantage of your agenda. But because of if I'm a woman and this and this is done to me, I will do this and this and this. No, that is wrong. What we are telling women is come out with a clear purpose. Come out with a clear agenda. If it is development, let it be development and not drama. Let us not be drama queens. Thank you.
Let's talk about the youth and unemployment in Bungoma County. We've seen in Bungoma, the youth are really trying to find something to do, but these opportunities are not there. So what do you tell the youth about their struggles as they're trying to make it?
Yeah, like I said, life is a process. Right now, they were children, but now, as you've rightly put, they're youth, which means it's a process. It is their time now that they are youth. Let them make a good use of their youthfulness. Even the Bible says, make good use of your youthfulness. What I love about Bungoma County is that our workforce, 70%, our human capital is very strong. 70% of it is women and the youth. So, and what is very encouraging in Bungoma is that you would not walk 200 meters and miss a car wash, which means there's passion, there's that ambition, there's that energy, there's that focus in the youth of Bungoma County. So I would still encourage them that let them go for what they want to do. You know, the youth in this era of Generation Y, they're very ambitious, they're very innovative, they're very creative. So this is an advantage to us as Bungoma County. That if the leadership of Bungoma County can tap into this youthfulness, then it will progress very well. There will be a lot of development based on this. Let's say, for example, the youth. There's a lot of disconnect between the youth and the government. You know, once the government is in place or has been put in place, they forget about the youth. They only come in when they want for votes. And that's what we talked about, this being given handouts. The youth are the ones being given handouts. Then they forget. They just say, this person gave me some 200 shillings, let me give them the vote. When they go back there, they forget about the youth. They forget about the people who are issue based. You know, people who have good agendas, people who have good manifestos, and people who can lead them well. So what we are encouraging the youth is to help them be aware. Let them be aware of their potential. Let them be aware of the opportunities that are there. Look at the government opportunities in procurement. We have AGPO. AGPO has come, but you see, the access itself, it has a lot of, restrictions. It's a process. Some of the youth are not IT experts. Some do not even know how to use a computer. But you can imagine, Sylvia, if you have a resource center here in Bungoma County where the youth are taken there, they are trained. Everybody comes with their area of specialization. Then they are trained. We have Kibabi University here. Kibabi University has lecturers. You know, these are experts. These are people who know who know the needs of the youth. They can train them in their area of expertise. And from there, you can get the youth now will be self-employed. Yeah.
So I'm a youth.
Yes.
I want to start my own business. But I do not have the required capital. So I decide, okay, let me look for a job. Then I will progress slowly. But here comes the problem. I don't have the certificate of good conduct. I do not even have the fare to go to the cyber cafe and process it. I cannot even do photocopies for my documents to apply for a job. And here comes a politician with a handout. Why won't I take that handout and use it for my own need?
But now the process is, after you have taken the handout and you have taken the certificate, what next? What next? Then you're supposed to ask yourself also hard questions. The youth should now really come out of their slumberland and ask themselves hard questions. After you have taken that 200 shillings, will it help you to go and be trained on IT, on a computer, basic computer skills? No. That 200 will only give you lunch or will only give you fare maybe to town. But it will not help you to be trained in basic computer skills where you can go and also apply for your PIN certificate. You can go, you register yourself and register your business and all that. So if you have a problem of capital to start your business, why can't you form a group? Because if you come in a group, it means you'll have different ideas and different sources will come out. Once you are in that group, you will get that there's somebody who is creative inside there, there's somebody who will come with an innovation in there, and whenever people come together, nothing can go wrong. And the youth are very creative, they are very energetic, they are very passionate, and when they're in a group, better things come out.
Do you think there are job opportunities in Bungoma?
Yes, job opportunities are there in Bungoma, very many. First of all, self-employment. Self-employment. Like I told you, you can't walk 200 meters away from, in Bungoma and miss a car wash, which means these people are self-employed. That is an opportunity. There are boda-bodas all over in Bungoma. That means people are self-employed. We have tuk-tuk, we have the mamambogas, we have the kinyozi, we have the saloon. But then what we are saying, we need to empower. We need to empower the youth. This boda rider needs some kind of knowledge, needs some kind of technical skill. Of course, we have the TVETs, we have the university, we have all a driver. What are the rules of the game? If you are a kinyozi or a baba, and if you are a saloonist, what are the rules of the game? What is it that you can do to improve on your business? That is what we need.
We've seen a lot of the youth, especially in Bungoma, go into crime. There's no security in Bungoma at all. For example, the investors are shying away simply because these youth have become thieves, they have become thugs. They just shoot people. The other day we lost a businessman in Bungoma. And these are just youths who are being used to do these things because of unemployment. How can you advise these youth?
Yeah, what I can advise the youth is that let them be patient. Like I've said, it is a process. I know you cannot tell someone to be patient when they're hungry. But what we are saying now is when the leadership of the county comes in. I've said the youth are very energetic. They are passionate and they have that driving. They have that self-drive. They want things to be done the way they want. But you see, we can regulate this energy. How can we regulate this energy? We can have resource centers where the youth are taken there and they are nurtured. You see, some of them even they have talents. But you see, they're exploding because their talents are not being used as they should be used. So once these youth are engaged, we saw the other day there was a program where the youth are trying to clean the town. That, yeah, kazi mtaani. That is also another good thing. We can take these youth to do all these, small things and give them this income that can help them as they grow. They also think outside the box.
Okay, the problem with these government initiatives to employ the youth or to create opportunities for the youth is that the old people still come in and steal this money meant for the youth. So the youth remains there like, what are we supposed to do? Because they call us for a job for the youth, but it's the old men or old people who take the money.
Yeah, like they used to say, there's a saying that used to go around that kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa wazee. Yeah, that, that is what I'm saying, good leadership. What we need is transformative leadership. And especially if you have a woman as a leader, a woman would not condone that. So basically what I can counter with that is just poor leadership. Yeah.
There were sentiments that the kazi mtaani in Bungoma, there were allegations that these youths were not being given the exact amount that they were supposed to be getting. So the question was, where was the money going? And so far, nothing has been done about those allegations. No one has come out to prove the allegations. And maybe just a word to the people in charge of the kazi mtaani, or if the county government is involved or the national government, what can you say to them as a woman who cares about the youth?
Yeah, as a woman, I would just ask a question. What if that youth was your child? How would you feel? Because maybe this kid has come out, she has a target, or he has a target. He's saying, Leo, I am going because I know I'm going to earn this and I will do this and this. And then here comes you, who is in charge, who already God has blessed. You have been given something, you have money in your care to help these who are needy or who are marginalized, who are the youth. And then you take, where is your conscience? Actually, how do you sleep? Do you even sleep at night once you have done that? So even that one calls for a curse. I would even ask God to even just punish you in his best own way as God to punish you. Because these are people's children whose parents have taken them outside there or allowed them to go outside there so that they can earn something for a living. And you who is in charge, you do that, God have mercy.
Well, that is Sophy Waliaula. We've been talking about women in leadership and the youth and the challenges facing the youth. We are going on another short break. Please keep sending in your comments, requests, or questions so that we can reply to them. For the state, we'll be back shortly.
The following program is rated MG. It is capable of turning you into a brilliant, respected, and enlightened person. It is therefore suitable for your mind change. Mental guidance is advised. It is a sanctuary where imagination is law, the border, pure leadership, unfolded entrepreneurship, nation and county development. So watch whenever and wherever you like, because this is your journey, our journey together. Watch Africa Dialogues every day on Maisha TV.
I just want to hear from the crowd. What do you think when you hear Africa?
Choose it, watch it, and love it.
under my direct command now. No relationships allowed.
SWAT isn't about kicking ass. It's about saving lives.
Yeah, which sometimes requires kicking a little ass.
The new series, SWAT.
Welcome back to For the State. With me is Sophy, Waliaula, and we've been talking about the youth and women. And we are back. I hope you're keeping sending your questions and comments about the show. When we were at the break, I was just talking with my guest, and something came up about what can actually be done to help the youth. And I think I just bring it onto the table so that we talk to her about it. Please tell us what you think can be done to help the youth.
Yeah, what can be done to help the youth is that, like here in Bungoma County, we can have in each sub-county, we can have social halls, we can have theater halls, we can have sports centers. So in all these centers, we can have mentorship programs. When we have mentorship programs, then it means we are providing these youth with the technical know-how, the knowledge, so that they can know what they can do with their energies, with their creativity, with their innovations, and all that they want just to improve their standards of living. Thank you.
We've seen the youth coming up in Bungoma, especially. We've seen a lot of youth come up with their talent. We've seen a lot of upcoming artists, musicians, people trying to act even in vernacular, and it's so amazing. We've seen our local artists trying to come out and be even recognized nationally. What can you tell them?
Yeah, this is very encouraging. That is why I was saying what we just need is a good leadership. Once you have good leadership in place, then we will tap into this resource. Yeah, you see, when somebody comes up and they can make comedy from our dialect, our Bukusu. It is very interesting. It is very soothing to the soul. Even you, Sylvia, when you look at these what are they called, the videos that go viral on Facebook, on social medias and all that. They soothe you, you laugh over them. They're helping us in our to improve our social life. So what they just need is mentorship. How can they go to the next level? And what they need mostly is just more capital, just being given a space, their own space where it is theirs, when they can do their own thing. And that is why I'm advocating for theater halls, social halls in each sub-county, and it is possible. Yes.
Okay. Now let's change the topic entirely and talk about the 2/3 gender bill. It's been a topic for a few weeks now, and the Chief Justice advised the President to dissolve the Parliament for failure to pass the bill. What do you say? Should the Parliament be dissolved?
Okay, for me, what I can say, whatever can be done to achieve the 2/3 gender rule, let it be done. Let it be done. That is what I can say. But again, you also have to consider the cost implications. And I know we have our elders, we have our experts. We can always sit down and agree on the way forward. But bottom line is whatever can be done to achieve the 2/3 gender rule, let it be done. Yes.
Women have been given a chance in becoming the women reps and everything. And the Constitution says that everyone is eligible to vie for any political seat. Why do you think we as women want to be given, we want the road to be made easier for us?
Cecilia, it is not the road being made easier for us. It is us being given a platform for us to showcase also our expertise, for us to showcase our muscle.
We've been given a platform. The Constitution allows everyone to vie for any seat.
Yeah, but because the roadblocks are there, and the roadblocks have been too hard on us. They came too hard on us, and that is why we were given that slot. And me, I appreciate very much about that slot. But it doesn't mean that all women should go for women rep. No. we are still free. We can go for all the other, even the president, we can go for all these seats. The road has not been made any easier for us, because even if a woman stands and vies for woman rep, still she will get a lot of roadblocks. So it has not been made any easier so far. We are still in the race, we are still going hard, and we are in for this thing.
Someone would argue that we've not seen an impact on this, that these women reps have done so far, and it's close to 10 years now since they introduced that slot.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but sometimes also women have done what they have to do. It's just that sometimes it is not seen and it is not a publicized person. But women are doing what they can do. I wouldn't say that women have not done anything. All of these women, when they go and vie for these seats, they always have an agenda. And women have done whatever they had or whatever they have to do. They have done something, Sylvia. You cannot say it is just nothing. What else do you want? We can't bring heaven down here on earth. We are doing the best we can to provide good leadership. And we are still going to provide the same. Yes.
Okay, so you said that if anything can be done to effect this two-third gender bill, then it should be done. But if they decide to dissolve the parliament, that would mean that we are going back to have elections. And that would mean if by dissolution of parliament, they are going to dissolve the National Assembly and the Senate. That means you are going back to by-election. That means you're going to spend more, and it's only less than 2 years to the general elections.
Yeah, that is why I said we have experts. They all need to discuss and know the implications, because every action has a consequence. So if the country is ready, why not? But I don't think we are ready. Remember, we just had COVID-19. Here, our children are supposed to go back to school. There are a lot of expenses. You know, we are supposed to just be wise in our dealings as leaders. Thank you.
If we decide that now we are not ready for a by-election, then that would mean we are going against the Constitution. Because now the Constitution provides for the Chief Justice to advise the President, and the same Constitution says the President should check the advisory and dissolve the Parliament. So, knowing the President, Uhuru Kenyatta, do you think he will dissolve the Parliament?
Our President is a very, he's a gentleman. And the goodness with our President is that he consults. And I know even right now, as you're speaking, Sylvia, right now, he is doing the consultation. And you see, the Constitution was written by men. It is not cast in stone. You see, there has to be some flexibility for the sake of the goodness and the growth of this country. That is why I'm saying, if there's anything that can be done, anything for the good of this country, let it be done.
Okay. The Deputy President, William Ruto, was in Bungoma yesterday. After the fundraiser at Bungoma, he also addressed a crowd at Bungoma town. And the message that came out very strongly is that they are opposed to the BBI. Do you think BBI is good for Kenyans?
Me, I would think, I love the bit about the woman leadership, the space that we are being given as women. That is what I would say I love about the BBI. The rest of all these things that a leader, sometimes something can be good, but just because the leaders are trying to flex their muscles, you will see all these things that will come out confusing the common mwananchi, just because of the, what is it called, the struggle for power. So me, my take is that I am glad that women are involved in the BBI. I am glad that this is going to give a platform for women, and women are going to come out very strongly.
In other words,
thank you.
Support the BBI.
What I've just said is that I love the bit about women leadership. Thank you.
Okay, she's trying to run away from that question. Let's talk about the creation of regional governments. As okay, I have not read the BBI report. No one has come out to say that I have read the BBI report and this is what it says. But there's a bit about creation of regional governments. Do you think this is actually necessary in Kenya, or are they just trying to create seats for people who should be going home in 2022?
For me, I would say, why can't we, do checks and balances on what we already have on the table? So we are just 10 years down the line after the what is it called? The Constitution and the county governments and all these things. So why can't we look and check on the areas where we have not performed so well? If it has been made smaller like this, like we have 47 county governments, and we still have a challenge, we are still struggling in here. Now what about the regional government? I think we have to go slow. Let us go slow as Kenyans. Let us give ourselves a chance and let us be patient with ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just take you back to Bungoma again. You just said that we should do checks and balances. We've had 2 governors in Bungoma so far. The first one had allegations of graft, the wheelbarrow case. The second one had also allegation of graft, the COVID-19 scandal. And now we are going on another election. What do you think the Bungoma people should do to ensure that Bungoma's image is not painted again in the next term?
Yeah.
Because we are not sure if Bungoma people will choose the second, will still maintain the same governor, or they will choose another governor. How can you advise the Bungoma people?
My advice would be, let us have a genuine discussion. As Bungoma County, let us have a genuine discourse about the leadership of this county. Like what I told you, Sylvia, Bungoma has great potential. We are very resourceful. Bungoma County is very healthy. Bungoma County is very strong in terms of human capital. So let us just be genuine. Let us be genuine with ourselves. That for us to avoid all these things that you have mentioned, let us just go in for good leadership. And that good leadership is transformative leadership. That is what I would say.
Okay. Let's go to Western region at large. We have various counties in Western region, but we are still backward in development, if I can say that. What do you think we are doing wrong in Western that other communities are not doing so that they are ahead of us?
Yeah, like I've just said, Sylvia, if we want to be like, I don't like comparing myself. Because once you start comparing yourself, you lose focus. For me, I'm still hopeful about Bungoma County. I have not lost any hope about Bungoma County. What I just advocate for is good leadership, transformative leadership. Once you have good people who have the heart of the people, who care about the people, then Bungoma we can go very far. And we will just go, click of a button, we will be there. Yeah, and that is why I'm advocating for women leadership. Yeah, thank you.
Do you think we can have a woman in 2022 vying for governorship, not only in Bungoma but all over Western?
Not even Western. I would say the whole of the 47 counties.
You think we'll have women?
Yes, given time, given good health, and God is with us, alhamdulillah, we will go for this thing. And I'm saying that whenever a woman is ready, and you feel deep inside you that you can go for this thing, go for it. Go for it.
Nice. Let's just talk about the Huduma number. It's been on the news lately. The allies of the deputy president have come up with sentiments that the Huduma number is being used to rig elections in 2022, and it's not even being managed by Kenyans. Do you think Huduma number was a necessary thing in Kenya, or census was just enough?
No. By the time you see government coming up with an initiative, then it means consultations have been done. It means there must have been very strong discussions from all quarters, all stakeholders have been involved. For me, what I would say that the gap that has been there is lack of proper communication. Let's say, for example, the first phase that was done. You see, the common Mwananchi is not yet aware. They do not know what happened. Is there a number that we are given? If it is there, what is my number? You see, so that gap is the one that is bringing all this mayhem. But I wouldn't say that it is a bad thing. What I would just say is that proper and clear and timely communication. Feedback is very important. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your sentiments. We've just been talking to Sophy Waliaula, and he's been talking to us about women in leadership, the youth, unemployment, and development. Before you go, Sophy, I just have a question for you. Do you have plans of becoming a leader or vying for any political seat?
Yes, Sylvia. I would say it outrightly from now. that come 2022, inshallah, with God's blessings, I'll be going for the top seat in this county.
Wow. Because she wants to be the first in Bungoma County. I'll not mention the seat, but I'm sure she'll tell us. So what do you plan to do for the people?
Okay, Sylvia, like I've told you, my aim is just about transformative leadership. We have to look at the education, we have to look at the poverty, rates in this county, we have to look at diseases, we have to look at the youth, we have to look at women, people with disability, and also the opportunities that we have in Bungoma County. Yes.
Do you think Bungoma County has been doing this wrong?
I can't say wrong per se, but there are areas of improvement, and we can improve on those areas.
And you think we need a woman to set that?
Wherever a woman is, nothing goes wrong. Everything goes right.
Okay. That is Sophy. She has just declared political interest. Let's wait for 2022. So, Sophy, are you ready to give us your manifesto?
Like Sylvia, we have a constitution.
Yeah.
This is not the right time for even campaigns or to say what in deep, no. But at the right time, we'll come and we'll discuss with the people, and the people will decide. Thank you.
Wow. That was Sophy Waliaula, and she just said she is a political hopeful. Let's hope that when the time comes, the right time for campaigns to start, she will come back to Forest State to tell us her aspirations and what she intends to achieve at the post that she had decided to vie for. This is for the state, and we end the discussion today. But next week we'll have more discussions. Keep watching Maisha Television. Keep sending your comments. Keep the conversations going on all our social media platforms. On Maisha Television Kenya Facebook page, on our Twitter page Maisha TV KT, on our Instagram and all social media pages. Call us on the number on the screen. Send your text messages, and we'll be there to go through them and give you feedback. Thank you for watching, and until next week, enjoy your day.